All right, guys, welcome in, welcome back. We're going to try to pop off a show here. My voice isn't too good today, but we're going to try to get through it. The other thing, I think I'm going to just stream over on the agwnnews channel tonight, so I'm going to probably shut down the main YouTube channel. Let me get that link for you here. Give me a second here. Let me get the link to the backup channel in case you're on the main channel. Let me get this set up. Give me 1 minute here. Take me just a second here. Yeah, I mean, it's took me 4 years to get my main channel back. And it's finally back. So and I got the backup channel back same day. But everybody, you're seeing all these other channels getting dropped out here over the last few days. Big channels too getting hammered. So I'm going to try to keep this going here. So let me get this. And then I'll shut down the main. And I'm going to post the backup channel link. And I'll put it in the description too for people who miss it. You know, they moved the link instead of when you click the videos under your channels that you watch, they move the live link so that you can't see it. You got to go search for the live link, and most of our videos are live. Okay, so let me copy this. Copy link. Close. All right, so here's the link to the backup channel into the chat here. If you're on YouTube, we're not changing anything on Rumble or Twitch or any of them. And I'm going to go ahead and shut off the main channel. That way we're alternating back and forth between the nights here. Now the 16-day forecast I'll multicast on both channels, but then I'll probably delete it on one just in case. You know, we got so much controversial stuff to go over tonight. We're going to just kind of go back and forth here. All right, so everybody on the main channel, jump over on the backup channel. And I'm going to shut that down. And I'm going to post it one more time. Somebody could post this link into the chat, not the live stream chat, but maybe on the when it shuts it down. All right, so here we go. I'm going to go ahead and shut off the main channel. So if you're just coming in, we're going to be over on AGWN. And I'll go over there and I'll post it into the thing real quick. So I'm going to shut it down right now. I know there's like 70 people over there, so here we go. I'm going to shut that one down. And then I'm going to go to there. And I'll post it into the comments. If it'll let me. And then we even got Super Chat back. So that's awesome. Content. Live. Edit. Let me go there and post it into the messages. Pin it. And then we'll get on with the show here. So I'll just put over on backup. You know, we got to play the games, man. They don't want the truth coming out. They hate the truth. It's a spiritual war. All right, so I got that. That should be pinned. All right, so now I'm shutting down the mains down. We're all going to be over on the backup. And we should be good to go. All right, here we go. Man, all kinds of crazy news coming out. Super crazy stuff. Let's take a look at the watches and warnings real quick. We got a winter storm warning over here by Virginia, Tennessee. We got thunderstorm warnings down in Florida, Georgia, flood warnings all over the South. Pretty weird. The only winter storm watches we got's way over in the Virginia, Tennessee area. And there was a little bit of a winter weather advisory, I think, over there in Northern California, and also up in Maine up there, little winter weather advisory. Now we got some freaky stuff going on with the space weather. Like my telescope, man, I was trying to film. I tried to get my telescope going before I come up here, and I can't even. I started out with like 240-second exposures, and I think it has something to do with the sun weather, because my telescope won't track, and my stars are all trailing everywhere. It just won't do nothing. And I keep cutting it down in time. And then I got this weird thing flying through. I think that's a meteor. I'm not even sure. But my telescope's just like jumping around. It won't track. And I think it has something to do with the space weather that's going on. Just trying to see if there was a, like, I got to keep turning everything down because I can't get the stars to look like stars. Everything's just jockeying around. Like I had to go all the way down to a 15-second exposure to try to pick up the Bode's galaxy and stuff. Then the other thing, it looked like I was going to have perfectly clear skies. You know, it's starting to clear out. It clears out. It clears out. And then here comes this fog coming down. Like, it looked perfectly clear where I'm at. And then all of a sudden, here comes this weird fog crap. Tomorrow night's going to be much better. Always use this little sky chart right here that shows me right now our seeing conditions are poor. I tried to film Mars, man. It just looked like a blob of crap. But tomorrow night's going to be good. I get up really early. I may get up and do a moon shot like at 4 in the morning when I get up. I'll get that all set up. Anyway, let's hit some of these insane headlines here. Let me get chat going. Back on chat. There we go. I noticed they've really been censoring us now that we're back online, man. We only had like 300 views on this morning's video. Yeah, wait till you see some of these articles we got. We got double trouble. 2 storms traversing U.S. next week, expected to bring severe weather, heavy snow, flooding, rain. And the thing is, this is the exact same setup that's been going on ever since the bunker fuel operation has ceased. They've ceased the bunker fuel operation. When looked at it tonight, there's not a single bunker fuel ship out here. They're only out here when it's time to change the weather patterns. Hey, thanks out there, Dre. So it'll be the same pattern that we've been showing over the last month and a half. And then we got all kinds of insane storms going on down by Australia. Kiwis urged to prepare as New Zealand braces for Cyclone Gabriel. Thanks out there, Trevin. Much love. That stuff really helps, man. We really missed it. And check out the, let me get over here. Look at all these storms lined up. Tropical Storm Degani, Cyclone Freddy, Tropical Storm 12P, and 90P. Here in a little bit, we'll check the tracks. So they're getting ready to brace for their weather. Then we had the most snow ever in Sicily. They're calling it the Medicane, the Mediterranean Hurricane. They got 10 more days of snow coming. So they're getting hammered. Now the Bureau of Meteorology considering change to the El Nino and La Nina definitions. See, if it doesn't work with their cause, they just change the meaning. The Bureau of Meteorology is in discussions with international atmospheric agencies to overhaul how the La Nina and El Nino are defined, potentially rewriting record books on global weather history. See, it's not fitting the narrative, so they're going to have to change to make it fit their narrative, because nothing is true anymore. What's right is wrong, what's wrong is right. Now, with a big earthquake to hit Syria and all, Turkey and all them places, man, they're devastated. Pray for the people. I mean, look at all the stuff they've had to go through over the last decade, man, with all the wars and fighting and now this. Like, these people really have been suffering. You know, you'd think these people in charge, you know, they don't want people to come together, man. They like all this crazy stuff going on, man. They don't try to help humanity. It's all about the opposite. I mean, look at all the stuff on TV. Everything's satanic now. They even want to try to ban a Christian commercial through the Super Bowl this week. And now with the big quakes, now everybody is trying to scare everybody about big earthquakes. California faces threat from the type of back-to-back mega earthquakes that devastated Turkey. This came out 2 days ago. The mega quakes in Turkey this week showcase how a magnitude 7.8 could trigger a 7.5 aftershock. We kind of went over this morning a little bit. Supersized earthquakes more likely to cause supersized aftershocks. And they're not the only ones. Look, we get over here to... let's talk, just showing more of the damage, but I got another article here. Oh, where'd it go? Well, I got another article. Another country is doing the same thing, calling for the same thing. With space claws, sun shoots powerful flare, knocks out shortwave radio. Medium-sized solar flare briefly blocked out the shortwave radio Tuesday over the Pacific Ocean. And we got more right now here. Let me just go look. This morning when I looked, the solar wind speeds were at 477. And now they're at 500 kilometers a second. So if your ears are ringing, your pacemaker's freaking out, your body's hurting, feeling weird, this is part of it. So we got a canyon of fire just opened up on the sun. The walls of the canyon were carved by an erupting filament of magnetism, which went on to form the core of the CME, now leaving the sun. Solar flare shockwave updated. producing a 3.7 class solar flare shockwave in the sun's atmosphere. The blast on the draft Type 2 solar radio burst. The force of the shock speed was 820 kilometers a second, 1.8 million miles an hour, leading to big geomagnetic storms. I mean, look at that aurora right there. Only got 5 fireballs. And that's why I'm kind of wonder if that's why my telescope's even freaking out. Hey, thanks out there, Silver Wings. If I miss you, sorry, I can't. I gotta look way over on the other screen there. And now they've set the Doomsday clock advances to 90 seconds to midnight. The closest to apocalypse it's ever been. You know, these are all fear tactics, rumors of war. You know, everything in the Bibles, they're trying to play through it. You know, now with these balloon things, calling them UFOs and all that stuff. And we went over this morning. You know, they got these floor cleaners. It's supposed to be a bleach alternative, which is supposed to kill contamination. But now we have 5 million bottles recalled because of bacterial contamination. How's that possible? It's coming out of CNN. Nearly 5 million bottles of, I don't even know how to pronounce that, Fabuloso multi-purpose cleaner have been recalled because there's a risk of bacterial growth. So the very thing this thing is supposed to stop, it's creating. Man, how can that even happen? And then we got these crazy people. A new climate solution involves shooting moon dust into space to create a solar shield around the Earth, but scientists say it's a risky last resort. Now, how are they going to get the moon dust around the Earth? Are they going to nuke the moon? I mean, what are they going to do? How are they going to do that? 3 astrophysicists discovered the lunar dust is just the right size to block the sun's rays. Shooting 11 million tons of moon dust into space could create a solar shield to cool the Earth, they say. Scientists warn geoengineering solutions shouldn't distract from efforts to reduce emissions. 3 astrophysicists have been out of this world solution for climate crisis, mining dust from the moon and shooting it into space between Earth and the sun. Like, nobody gets to vote on this. They just do whatever they want. And we reap the consequences. Then you also have Facebook co-founder Makozovitz funds research into cooling the Earth with sunlight reflection. Sunlight reflection or solar geoengineering involves releasing aerosols in the atmosphere to temporarily cool the Earth. Does anybody think the Earth is over hot? We never even hit triple digits in the last 3 or 4 years here in Missouri. So all this stuff is just going off the chart to push their crazy stuff. Who really is in charge, man? Not who you think. You got Australia, New Zealand, safest countries to survive the nuclear winter. So it looks like they're already calling for it. Australia, New Zealand been ranked at the best place to survive a nuclear winter or other cataclysmic events. That's why they build all the billionaire bunkers down in New Zealand. Other countries including Iceland, Solomon Islands, Vanuatu. Other than you got to deal with the massive earthquakes and volcanoes and all that. We got more Franken-science going on. Scientists in Alabama just genetically modified catfish using alligator DNA. Scientists at the Auburn University hope that one day these disease-resistant catfish can be sold for human consumption. Here we go, altering DNA so that you can eat it, even though they have no clue what it's going to do to your own DNA. Why can't they leave natural? Because they're all mad scientists. They all think they're better than the creator. Let me get a drink of the coffee here. So now they're trying to debunk the aerosols being used. So this is coming out of Australia. It says, are chemtrails being used to vaccinate Australians secretly against the cornholio? Checkmate investigates. On February 10, 2023, this week, Checkmate tackles a claim that the government's allowing cornholio jabs to be sprayed across the skies. They claim it administered via air is recycled nonsense, but that's not true. I did a video several years ago that they were doing it with all the white papers, and then check this out. So right here, this Checkmate Remit Fact Lab University must not have did their total research, because here's what we found here. This is coming from the Australian government, Department of Health and Aged Care, Office of the Gene Technology Regulator. It says dealings, here let me zoom in on this so you guys can see it better. We can see this is coming in right from the Australian government. Dealings with involving international release of GMOs into the environment are dealings with GMOs which could take place outside of containment facilities. Trial of genetically modified vaccine against devil-faced tumor disease in Tasmanian devils. Limited and controlled release of perennial ryegrass genetically modified for increased metabolizable energy content. Commercial supply of genetically modified vaccine against infectious virus for chickens in current. As of September 15th, genetically modified turmeric as a cancer treatment. So look at all these things they've been doing. February 7, 2023, commercial import distribution of Cryazium genetically modified for altered flower color. All this stuff is being deployed. Here we go. Clinical trial genetically modified alpha virus for treatment of cancer. Cease to consider. Barley genetically modified enhancement improved abiotic stress tolerance. Look at all these things that they're doing when they just said in that fact check article that they're not doing it. And this is coming right out of the Health and Aged Care Department of Health. Now, here's some stuff on the El Nino. We talked about how they want to change the meanings and the definitions. So here's the February 2023 quick look. In mid-January 2023, the surface temperatures in central, eastern, equatorial Pacific remain below average. So the oceans are not heating, they're cooling. The key oceanic atmospheric variables have remained consistent with the La Nina conditions too. There are indications it's weakening. We talked about that a few weeks ago. And I'll dig into these figures a lot more. Yeah, I know I got that article up, but I probably won't be able to show that. Like some of these things I'm going to have to go over, we'll have to do just over on Twitch, D Live, Twitter, and all them places. And in fact, I can't even talk about this. This is just a link. In fact, I'm going to shut that off. But look at the headline. I can't even say it. Now they blocked this. And you wonder why they're getting rid of all the eggs. This was all the way back in July 13th, 2022. You can see that headline up there. And then they're wrecking the eggs, all the eggplants, because of the characteristics of it. And they block it when you try to search it. But I screen captured it. And I've still got the page up. I'm not going to shut the page down. I'll be able to read through this over on the other platforms. Now you're starting to get the picture. Not one bunker fuel operation has been going on for over 2 weeks now. So now we're seeing the... Hey, Kimberly out there. So now we're, seeing the wrath of all the bunker fuel and all that stuff. I was going to try to find all these balloons and stuff up here, but we're not going to be able to see them because on these satellite feeds here, the pixel size, whatever you're looking at, it's got to be almost like 2 miles big to be able to pick it up on this. So you're not going to be able to pick up a balloon or anything like that, airplanes. Pretty much the pixel size, it's got to be at least 2 miles big to be able to see it. Yeah, my legs are so swollen right now. I can barely get up to the observatory. Doctor said don't worry about it. Just keep your legs elevated, man. My legs are like balloons right now. They're okay in the morning, about 10 minutes of walking, and they're all puffed back up. Anyway, we'll see how all that goes. Let's kind of check some of these tracks of these storms. My legs are swollen because of the tumors in my liver and in my right lung. And then they gave me the water pills, but then the water pills were messing something else up. So I had to do 3 rounds of the nasty stuff. Once I get these tumors broke down in my liver and lung, then I can fight them elsewhere. I mean, I've never stopped the natural stuff, but it's not keeping up. And when you got metastasized cancer, man, it's growing faster than a lot of the stuff can beat it down. Like I had 4 rounds of chemo last year, which got that tumor that was wrapped around my heart, pretty much took it right away. I've had no issues in that lung anymore. But even with all the natural I've been doing, and then there was a little bit of immunotherapy in between there throughout the year, which that didn't help. So then I had to go a little bit more, we had to get, more aggressive to get these out of my lungs so my body will work right. And now I can, I had one new brain tumor in my head, which we did a targeted radiation on that, just a one-time thing, and it wipes it right out. I've been good on it. I've had 2 of them hit over the last year, and it just wipes them out. But the scary ones are the ones I got now, my liver, man. You got to have your liver. That's the tough one. If I can get through this one, I'll think I'll be good, because then I can really ramp up the natural even more. You got to get it out of the vital organs, and then you can battle it elsewhere a lot easier. Yeah, I've done it all, man. I've done the chlorine. Believe me, I've been doing every bit of it from day one. Now, there's nothing you can put up there on the screen that I'm not doing. I wouldn't be alive right now if I didn't do all the natural stuff I'm doing. I've already lost several cousins that wouldn't listen to me. So this one here looks like it's going to be a category 1. Not really going to hit a whole lot there. Let's see where Cyclone Freddy's going. Yeah, believe me, I wouldn't be around right now if I wasn't doing the natural on top of the conventional, and I do very rarely conventional. This is only the second time. So this storm is going to be a pretty big one, man. It's going to get up to category 3, but I don't think it's going to hit anything. Let me back it out here. Look at that thing just taking a straight path, straight west. You got the big antenna array down here. That's a long track cyclone right there. And let's go ahead and check this New Zealand one. Yeah, I'm going to keep fighting, man. I don't give up, man. I'm going to fight all this stuff. So this thing's going to downgrade a little bit before it gets into there. I do want to go look. We did have some damage from the tornado the other day down in Mississippi. Oh yeah, I follow all the hints and signs. That's how I know what to do, man. I follow what the Lord tells me to do. Prayers is what's keeping me going. Believe me, that's probably bigger than any of the medicines I take. And then, when I go to work, I do a lot of preachers' jobs. They always send me healing and all that stuff. Oh yeah, prayers saved my wife several times. They healed her heart overnight. She had a ripped aorta, and by the next morning it was completely healed. So we know the power of prayers work. We've seen it happen over and over and over again. And that's why they're battling. That's why everything we see today is going against Christianity, because they don't want that to win, man. There's scales. We got the good and the bad, and they're trying to put all the scales over the bad. Just look at everything on the TV. Look at everything they're pushing. So that's where we're at, man. We're in the end times. We're in the times of the battle where we're going to be persecuted. And I think that's why I'm being hit so hard, is because I'm on the right side of the army. Man, we got some waxing going on over Alabama, Tennessee, right up in through North Carolina, Virginia, Washington. Yeah, they don't want us to stand together. That's the thing. It's the technocrats, the philanthropists, I can't even say it. You know, they all got this weird world view, like the Hunger Games. And I don't want no part of it. You know, they're inverting everything. Now, tomorrow on the 16-day forecast, we'll multicast. And then I forgot what I was doing here. Oh, let's look at the earthquake map real quick. Let's see here. Whoa, oh wow, I got it all set up weird. Hold on. Trying to figure out which one I like here. It's kind of too colorful. Oh well. So it looks like our most recent quakes over here by Puerto Rico, or kind of where the Arecibo was. Now we're still waiting for that energy to kind of shift around. Still got some 4.2s. I'm really surprised the energy is not flowing any faster. We can get this up a little more. I mean, look at that stack of quakes, man. That's insane. Look at that. It's like a big sword, man. So yeah, that's and then the antipodes not getting hit yet, really. Like this, all this energy should be equaling out. And it's really weird that it's concentrating on that one area, and we got to watch what we say on that because they're taking channels down left and right over this. When we know, you know, more than we can talk about. So that's just a huge spike. I mean, look at that. If you back it way out. Look at that, man. That's like the tower. That is crazy. Now we could really go into that. And we will. I just can't do it here on the tube because they're taking channels down over it. Let me just go kind of over the USGS real quick. While we're waiting on that, I'm going to put this on the Cirrus while we're waiting on that to load. Yeah, at least this way we'll, you know, if I alternate these channels, they won't wipe us both out. You know, next time they take us out, we maybe just took off here like they're doing the other ones. Now we got to try to get it to load. Yeah, call for uprising lost. I thought he lost his main channel today or yesterday. The censorship is getting completely out of hand, man. Everything's getting out of hand. So it looks like we got some, quite a few quakes like kind of picking up over here by the Cascadia. But I still am not understanding why this energy is not starting to equal out everywhere. Well, I mean, I kind of know why, but like we know why. I don't think they've took down Dutch yet. Looks like we had a couple up here by Yellowstone. We're really going to have to watch this, especially with the sun weather and all the weird stuff going on. Let me get rid of these watches and warnings. Turn up the enhancement. And wow, look at the spray job. Spray job. We'll zoom in on this. That's the thing. Why they took my channel down, but Geoengineering Watch has been up the whole time, and we pretty much talk a lot about the same things. There's a few things I disagree with him on, but it's still basically the same information, except for he's in with the narrative of the warming. Let me go ahead and jump in a little closer on these. I probably got to move over a little bit. So we're trying to get this going here. Yeah, look at that. Hopefully you guys can see that. Let me slow that down. I need to be over maybe a little more. All artificial. All these little crisscrossing lines. Let me scoot over just a little bit. Yeah, man, a lot of channels have been going down just overnight, man. Just over the last couple days. Now I need to go down south a little bit. These are all affecting the weather, man. They're affecting the sun rays. So this is a massive operation right here. All the way from the Gulf of Mexico, all the way up. Feeding the storms. Making them more intensified. And where was the other one? Was that over... I think we had one over Utah. It was like a light version. Yeah, a little segmented. Usually these segmented sprays mean rain. So they're setting up for that double whammy system. Look, there's no reason there should be them right there. The atmospheric conditions shouldn't even be affecting that. And I think there was some over by California. Yeah, you got a bunch going up in Oregon, Washington. Let's go check the Earth null. Let's go check the polar vortex, see what it's doing. Yeah, I know he's in on it. There, John. So there's our polar vortex winds. And now let's put it on the temperatures. See what kind of heating events we got going. And the heating events gone down. There's just a little bit over Russia right there. No heating really going on to the south. Look at that. They got all that cold air pushed way over here over Norway still. In fact, it's all the way past Greenland. And that's why Austria, Sicily, and all them are getting them big snows. Let's go ahead and check the ocean wave height, see what kind of anomalies we got. Like we got anomalies over here by the Alaska Aleutian Islands, the Gulf of Alaska. 35-foot waves. Another one back behind it, 31-foot waves. I'm really surprised we don't have bigger waves up here. We got a little wave anomaly, almost 30-footers. And let's check out the sea surface temperatures. Don't look, there's like no heat. There's no heat. Where's all the hot water at? Here, let's go back. Let's go back to like 2017. Where was the heating then? Look, we had a big heat blob back in 2017 right here. The ocean, they say the ocean's heating, but where is it? Go back to now. Nothing. Let's check out the sea surface temperature anomalies. We got big semi-cooling zone. That's why they're wanting to change the meanings of the El Nino and La Nina, because they're not lining up. See your big auroras. Pretty wild stuff. Anyway, I think I'm going to keep this pretty short tonight just because my voice is kind of short of breath tonight. Well, we made it 49 minutes. Yeah, they're changing the definitions of the food. Everything. Anyway, we're going up to see our granddaughter tomorrow. That's a couple hours up north. I may do a morning moon show. I got this thing set up where I can remote. So once I get it aligned on the moon, I can come back down here in the warm. And I can move the telescope around and stuff from down here. And see what all kinds of goodies we might pick up. So be looking for that in the morning. And may do little updates like I have been last couple of days. Yeah, if you don't see this at night, check out in the morning. You'll have to go to the live stream tab to find the video. Could be on the main channel, could be on the backup channel. It'll be somewhere. And let's just go see before we go if I've caught anything while we're while the camera's going here. Camera 1, 210. Yes, I started out with 240-second photos. That wasn't working. 120 wasn't working. Now I dropped all the way down to 60. It's just like my telescope won't track. So I'm not getting like any detail. Try the CR2, the raw file. Takes it a minute to load. Man, these are like gigabyte pictures. Stars are looking pretty good now. See if it's going to load. Yeah, I'm way off target now. I'm filming what's called the Flame Nebula, and now it's way down here. It should be up here. So my telescope mount is definitely drifting. Let's see if we got anything weird flying through. Let's try to fly through. Nah. Not yet anyway. Just that one anomaly so far. And I can remote desktop into my other computer up there. And that's going to be called the Astro. I haven't got it hooked up to my good telescope yet. I did do some moon stuff the other day. Let's see here. Now these was just with a regular camera. I got my planetary camera in there now, waiting for the moon to come up, which will be a long time from now. Here's a picture, kind of a dark picture there. And I'm going to show people how to get these better photos. I don't know why that looks so blurry. But what you do is you take videos with any kind of camera, and then you run it through a program. It'll take out all the crappy frames, and then you align the colors, and then you got some cool looking moon shots. Sometimes they don't stack right, but I'm going to show people how to do this. So if you want to get better photos, you'll be able to do it. It'll look way better. I don't even know if that's going to play. So this is what it's. This is the actual camera. You can hear the audio in the background. It's like freezing up, but that's that one picture right there. Was picture 1, and that's what it comes out after I stacked it and aligned the colors. If you do it for a long period of time, it'll give you really good colors. It's called the mineral moon because you're picking up the colors your eyes can't see, and even the camera can't see unless you do a lot of photos. You know, your camera has an IR cut filter in there. Your eyes can only see so many colors. But if you stack them, then you start picking up all the colors and stuff. Anyway, guys, armor on, much love, eyes to the sky. And if I can go tomorrow night or in the morning, I'll be on here. Anyway, guys, eyes to the sky, man. That's where you'll find the truth. And always look up and wear the armor. Much love. We'll catch you either in the morning or tomorrow night. Thanks everybody out there super chatting and all that. And everybody that's sent the GoFundMe and all that. It's going to help my wife later down the road. Anyway, guys, much love. I'm going to go ahead and jump off here.